Now, I've seen this woman's content a few times, right? Her YouTube is Burb and Bougie. So, but I forgot what her. I saw her on TikTok a few times. This woman is Steve. What's up, my brother? This woman I've seen a few times where she's essentially your typical man hater. But let's check her out. Okay, let's check her out.
So, this is an interesting story that was picked up by the New York Post. Why women don't want to date a red pill man, warning as grim male trend erupts. All right, so we know that the red pill is global, right? So this article is actually based in Australia. It says there are over 330,000 more women than men in Australia. But despite the dating pool inequity, there's a growing number of single guys whom women will never pursue. These undateable men are those who subscribe to the red pill notion, an alarming subculture that perpetuates a societal hatred against women by opposing feminist narratives and emphasizing traditional gender roles.
Emphasizing traditional generals. There is no. There's no other person that emphasize traditional generals more than feminists. I guarantee it. Okay, feminists do not truly want equality, right? They want power. They want oppression. Feminists want to be the ones in power. They want to be controlled. They still want men to be in their gender roles. Women just want to break out of theirs. And here's my thing, okay? Cool, right? If women don't want to date men, all the power to you. I will never tell a woman you have to have a man. You have to get married. You have to have kids. No, you don't. Do what makes you happy. If being single, right, is what your happiness is, I support that. And it's not even, I'm not even being facetious or sarcastic. I support women. If you want to be single, stay single. On turn, what I say is that men, wake up. Okay? Improve yourself. Improve yourself mentally, which learn about shit, right? I believe red pill is just an ideology, right? It's just a bunch of facts. Okay. And I want to say this. Feminism created red pill. That is my controversial take. Feminism created red pill. But okay, what I was saying. Improve yourself mentally, improve yourself physically, right? Improve yourself in your personality, right? Gain emotional intelligence. Improve yourself financially. Get your fucking passport. I want every man, every and any man, right? If you want a woman, okay, get yourself a passport. That doesn't mean go marry a foreign woman. No, that means uh open up your options. That is the point. I'm not telling you, go marry a foreign woman. All right, go marry a Thai woman. Go marry a Filipino woman. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, you know what? Open up your options. Right? If you're in Australia, open up to America, the US, China, Japan, wherever. Open up your options. This is the thing. This is what women will fear. Okay? This whole fucking things that women say, I don't want to date men with red pill knowledge. Okay, fine. Find who else you're going to date. Right? It's either you date the losers and the users, right? Again, what is left? If women don't want to date red pill men, cool. Guess what is left? Guess what's left for women? The losers and the users. That is what left for women. So this is why I would say, men, up your game. Open up your dating market. Open up your options. Explore the world. Explore the world. And then women will learn that, okay, yeah, you know what? It's the valuable men, right? The men that are intelligent, emotionally intelligent, right? Have financial stability. They are going other places. They're going other places. And that's what women will suffer from.
women are like, I would rather not. I would rather stay single, thank you very much. The term originates from a 1999 film, The Matrix, where the lead character is offered a choice between a red pill and a blue pill. The red pill symbolizes awakening to harsh realities, while the blue pill represents remaining happy but ignorant. Men's rights activists have taken the red pill concept to represent a similar awakening to what they perceive as the true nature of society and gender relations. These modern misogynists often come together online in a virtual space dubbed the Manosphere, a collective of various digital communities promoting warped views of masculinity. It's wild that this publication has picked this up like this. People found within the manosphere include men's rights activists and incels, a group of heterosexual men who blame women.
Talk about male activists as a negative is quite insane to me.
And society for their lack of romantic success and who openly admit to loathing women.
Exactly, Evil Eddie. This is a thing where that's the thing. You do not have to deal with women like this. Open up your options. This is the thing where I support more men have a passport. Have a passport. Do not be scared of opening up your options.
For not sleeping with them. While it's easy to brush off the rise of mainstream misogyny as internet fodder or a sensationalized storyline from a TV show, data show it's seeping into every corner of culture, from social media feeds to Aussie classrooms. The disturbing rise in troubled men is something Australians should be worried about, warns Tarag Shala, a vocal advocate for gender equality and an anti-violence campaigner. The rise of red pill culture and manosphere thinking isn't just edgy internet banter, it's leading to real world harm. At its core, it frames gender equality as this kind of threat and paints women.
What's the harm? Okay, none of these people ever say the harm. So it says it frames gender equality as a threat. No, it doesn't. This is a thing where that's not red pill ideology. Red pill ideology is showing you that that's not what women want. One of the tenets, right? One of the tenets of red pill ideology is hypergamy, where women are not dating their equals. Women don't want to date their equals. That's the thing. No one is this is the problem where even men, right? Even whack ass men, panderers, can't even understand red pill ideology. Men are not complaining. Oh my God. Oh, equal, right? That's crazy. No, that's not. Men are talking about the hypocrisy of it. You do not want to date your fucking equal. That is the issue. That is the problem. Women are not desiring to date their equal. They're actually desiring to date their betters. Right? Women are saying that I want a man that's 6 feet tall. I want a man that's when they're fucking short as hell. I want a man that's have a six pack when they're fucking fat. When they're fucking like, you know what, not that great in shape. Oh, I want a man that makes over 6 figures when, you know what, they barely make over 50. Right? And also, they're fucking baby mamas. Oh. So literally, they're asking to date 1% of men. Top tier men. That is red pill ideology. Right? The showing of hypocrisy where women are asking for hypergamous relationships. How about fucking learn it before you talk about it? Men are not complaining, oh my God, women are my equals? Women are my equals? I hate it. Fucking men aren't complaining about that shit.
As either being manipulative or lesser. It normalizes misogyny and creates this culture where violence against women is excused, minimized, or even justified.
Never want, not even the most popular red pill content creators like Fresh and Fit. I've never heard them talk about harm, what is it? Violence against women. Never once. You please point it to me. Point to me a popular or a well-known men's content creator that talks about violence against women and excusing that. Please show me that example, because none of these motherfuckers will ever do that. Will ever show you an example of a man excusing violence against women. Please show me it. You cannot find it. Even Fresh and Fit do not advocate or talk about violence against women or excuse violence against women. And they could be the most misogynistic in the whole manosphere. Right? You could say that these men are the most misogynistic, or at least what women would deem misogynistic. Yeah, I've never seen these men say, oh, violence against women is okay. Excuse is again, or when did they minimize or justify violence against women? This is the problem. You just fucking make up shit.
Australians should be concerned. Shala, whose sister Nikita was just 23 years old when her husband murdered her in a jealous rage in 2015, added that these distorted beliefs create a dangerous space for women to exist.
Do you see this fucking hypocrisy? You see this insanity? So you pick a murder, right? You pick someone who killed his sister or whatever. You pick someone, a husband who murdered his wife, and then you equate that to what? Redpill did that? Literally, you source nothing. You didn't source that this man believed in that shit, or you didn't source that this man was spouting Redpill ideology. So this is the insanity, right? This is why you cannot hiss into women. I'm sorry, because you couldn't even prove yourself correctly. You didn't even say, oh, this man that was drowning in Redpill ideology, believed in Redpill ideology, or was, I don't know, inundated with Redpill ideology. And because of that, right? Because of one talking point of Redpill ideology, he killed his wife. What talking point of Redpill ideology that made him do that? Point it out. You can't even cite anything. You can't even prove it correctly. You just say, a man kills a woman, it is because of men's content. What the fuck is that? You're actually creating a straw man argument. You're just like, oh, you know what? This is because this killing was because of that. Even though I'm not saying anything, right? I'm not giving any specifics.
In. The idea that men are universally oppressed or that women only pursue wealthier men or a certain kind of man reinforces this toxic adversarial.
How is this idea, right, that men are oppressed and women pursue wealthier men, that led to this man up here killing his wife? How is that? How is that? And here's the thing where, is it not true that, I mean, this is the thing. I wouldn't say women only pursue wealthier men. That's fucking not. I wouldn't say that. No one says women only pursue wealthier men. Nobody. But it is true that women want, women desire, women's standards, right, are for wealthier men. Point me a woman that says, I want a broke man. Point to me a woman that says, I want a broke man. Point to me a woman that says, you know what? I want a man that makes a lot less than me. Point to it. Please direct me to a woman. Please direct me to a woman that says, you know what? I want a broke man or a man that makes less than me. Please show me the woman, because I'll be surprised. I will stand corrected. And here's the thing. Men are universally oppressed. Men are. Men are the one making up the most, the homelessness population, right? Men make up the most homeless population. Men make up the most, the poor. Men make up the least catered to, right? There's really hundreds of programs for women, practically maybe a handful of programs for geared towards men. Men are oppressed, right? More men have died in the history than women have died. There are battlefields latent with men's bodies. So men are oppressed. But that is a fact that men know.
Real view of gender that is pitting people against each other.
So feminism does not pit women against men. And here's the thing: does modern day feminism does not pit women against men? The hypocrisy there, that women that it doesn't do that. That's fucking insane.
And resentment, when mixed with entitlement and dehumanization, becomes a risk factor for violence. But when these groups grow and spread vitriol, women are using the internet to warn each other. Beware of the red pill guy. One feminist social media user who dedicates her page to calling out male content creators spewing red pill ideology recently captioned one of her clips, "Don't date or take relationship advice from these males." Others are sharing the moment they
I wish they'd tell who it was, because I would love to react.
realized their other half had swallowed the red pill, with many revealing it caused the relationship to come to an end. These red pill guys have gotten out of hand, one shared in an emotional video. But who are these men and how can women spot them? Melbourne psychologist Carly Dober said research shows some men are more vulnerable to the harmful ideology than others. Systemically, some young men feel they are being culturally left behind academically and professionally, with wages and jobs not as easy to access and the typical markers of adulthood, home ownership and procreation, more difficult or impossible to access compared to previous generations. So this article didn't dive too deep.
Yet you said nothing about that, right? The last statement was true, right? Her last statement was true, yet gave no, like, look, this statement right here, systemically, some young men feel they are being culturally left behind academically and professionally, with wages and jobs not as easy to access as the typical markers of adulthood, home ownership and procreation, more difficult or impossible to access compared to previous generations. Great. Okay, and boom, crickets. They say nothing. They say nothing else. And this is the point right here. This whole fucking statement is why Red Pill is created. Because one of the tenets of Red Pill is fucking improve yourself. This is one of the things why I actually love Red Pill. Because it holds men accountable. Red Pill holds men accountable, saying that, you know what? Women want their betters. So you better be fucking better. Right? Women, like, don't be a fucking loser. Don't be a loser. If you think yourself a loser, if you are a representation of a loser, you think a woman wants you? They don't. Right? They don't want you as a loser. So up your game. Up your game. Have better knowledge. Right? Better your body. Better your finances. Right? That is the prescription. Okay? Now, it can change. For me, I don't necessarily view that as an exact prescription, because I don't believe that, all of us men need to be jacked. I don't believe all of us men need to be like 6 figures and above, right? Because you can find a woman that, you know what? You don't have to break your back to make 6 figures to get a woman. You don't. You don't need to be like fucking, Arnold Schwarzenegger Jack to find a woman, because again, that is you're being too superficial. Okay? But having some kind of merit where you are not a fucking like obese slob, that's good. Having some kind of merit where you're not a broke fool living in your mom's basement, right? That you have a job, that you're productive, that you're earning, that you're stable, okay? That's good. So that's why I viewed it as, you know what? It is a prescription, but it's just a general thing that men need to strive to be better. Men need to strive to be better. Men need to strive to be the best version of themselves. And here's the bitches that don't listen to that shit. They never listen to, you know what? That is a tenet of red pill ideology. Be a better version of yourself. Be the type of man that a woman would want. Be a type of man that, you know what, that you see value in. And one of the things that I like about red pill is have respect for yourself. Love yourself. Care for yourself. Don't be deluded by fucking women. Do not put women on a pedestal. You are not beneath women. You are not, underneath a woman where she can step on you. Be the best version of yourself. And yet, here's an idiotic person that doesn't even talk about this.
More difficult or impossible to access compared to previous generations. So this article didn't dive too deep into the talking points of the red pill, of the manosphere.
Because they never fucking do.
One thing that they cannot stand are people like me, feminists. They cannot stand feminists at all, especially since they think that men are being left behind systemically. So it must be the feminist problem. So feminism is one of the things that they cannot stand. One of the things that they push are the traditional roles, like
exactly, Evil Eddie. Exactly. Right? And then she would think less of you. Big bars. Here's the thing where I get it. And you know what? I've gone to the point where I think I like that too sometimes. But, if you want, I always think like human beings, as human beings, we are better off paired. But, some people, I get it. It's not easy.
Man leader, woman submissive. They talk about submissive all the time. But the thing is, in this economy, both people have to have jobs. So that's quite important. So that's one of the reasons why they're kind of talking themselves out of relationships.
Here's the problem, right? I agree. Both people need to have jobs. Both people need to have jobs. This is why I said it in the beginning, where men are not complaining that women are equal. Men aren't. Like, seriously, look, one of the biggest complaints women have, right? One of the biggest complaints women have is 50-50 dating. That's a women complaint, not men. Men will gladly split the check with a woman. Men will gladly do that. Right? Yet women complain about men. Like, one of the things that women complain about is coffee dates. Low investment dates. Low cost dates. Men aren't complaining about that. What man is like, oh my God, I hated that, women want to go on a coffee date with me. Oh my God, I hated that women want to split the check with me. What fucking man is complaining about that? I've said this before, and I believe this. Men will be fine. Men will actually love it, where it's a 50-50 dynamic. It's a partnership. He provides, you provide. He takes care of the children, you take care of the children. He helps with the he helps with domestic work, you help with domestic work. You help with yard work, he helps with yard work. Men will be fine. Right? Wayne, what's up? What's up, my brother? Oh, Australia. Yo, this is an article from Australia too. An article from Australia complaining about red pill. I hear that the women hate red pill a lot more in Australia, right? Australian women hate red pill a lot more. That's crazy. But men would be fine with a partnership. It is women that hate that shit. It is women that do not want to do a partnership. It is women who criticize partnership, not men.
Because women want to work, women go to school, but they are stuck on the number 3 thing, hypergamy, and how relationships are one-sided and relationships don't benefit men, even though, they're stuck there, but women are working I mean, I don't know the dynamics of the workforce in Australia, but here in America, like 78% of women are in the workforce. And that other percentage is probably women who have come out of the workforce because of having babies or being a caretaker. Some of the things that they say that they for are for men to worry about self-improvement, get into the gym, get your money up and all of that. But their self-improvement seems more like, antagonistic. Like, I got to get this money up so that then I can go out and get whatever woman I want. It's not really seeming like it's for self-improvement. It's so that they can get the control that they're lacking or the power that they're lacking.
No, it's to give men options. If men are at their best possible, they have opportunities for, as their dating pool is as big as possible. Men are different to women. Men want to make their dating pool as big as possible. Only women want to make their dating pool as small as it can be. Exactly, Wayne. Modern Western women also love playing the victim. They do.
Some of the other talking points, they're just critiquing society, but when they're critiquing society, it just basically seems like they're critiquing women. As they talk,
Well, women are pretty much the biggest part of society. And to be honest, and since the start of feminism, women are the ones to shape society. Women are the ones that have shaped society.
on the surface, self improvement could be good, but the way that they do it, it doesn't seem like they're really improving themselves because it's very surface level, like gym money, and maybe some nice clothes. I don't know. Some of the other things that they talk
Yeah, no duh, you don't know.
about prenups. They use pickup art. They're still using these dating strategies that seem like very outdated.
Now, the pickup artists, the dating strategy things, I don't really care for. I honestly don't. I've never cared for it. The pickup artist part of the side of men's content, I never cared for it. Because to be honest, it's part of the manipulation that I'll call out. Right? I don't think that that's healthy or really a good thing in my opinion, because it's not really you. It's not really you, and it's like you're trying to fake something. I don't know. I just maybe I'm off, but I just never cared for it.
Nothing that they talk about seems particular.
See, like Wayne says, Sydney, most women are entitled to the max, very very delusional and hypocritical. That's the thing. Where I heard it, where this is why I think what I've heard is that Australian women hate red pill a lot more. Australian women hate a lot of red pill men content a lot more. Probably because women are even more delusional. Probably because women are more delusional in Australia. I don't know. It's a bucket list, right? It's a bucket list. I do want to one of these days go to Australia.
Current. But the good thing is, many of us women are watching the things that they do. We report back to other women so that when they do start dropping all of these terms, we can report back to the other women. We're all spreading this stuff. So as they are spreading globally, we are warning women globally. It's wild that in Australia, they said that there are over 330,000 more women than men, but these women are still opting out because ultimately the way that they talk about women, they dehumanize women to the point where women are saying, no, I would rather be single, because they have basically reduced women to being a wife appliance, incubator, bang maid, and that's pretty much that. They said, if I have enough money,
No, that is not true. This is a thing where a lot of male content, they focus on a helpmate, someone that completes a man, someone that is there to support a man. The problem is women don't want to be in a supporting role. That is the problem. Women do not want to be in a supporting role anymore, which is fine. That is within their right. If they don't want to be in a supporting role anymore, Fine. Whatever floats their boat. But again, red pill men are not necessarily, or not even saying, oh, a bang mate, an incubator. No, that's not what it fucking is. It's a helpmate.
am going to purchase a woman. And women are like, no, I would rather be alone. And the crazy thing is, this is the craziest part. Some of these men will have relationships. They will be in relationships. And some kind of way they end up in the pipeline going down the red pill. They'll be in balanced relationships that are more egalitarian. But once they go down that pipeline, they start sabotaging their own relationships where women are just like, okay, now I gotta go. Now we gotta break up. I cannot be with you if you're going to start demanding that I act like this traditional role and I'm going off to work, or I am not here to be a servant to you. You're not my master. Some of these men actually think that they own a woman. It's like, dude, we're not in slavery. Being in a relationship is not a slave master, enslaved person relationship. So many of these people, these red pillars, are making men in relationships single. It is the craziest phenomenon ever. Anyways, it is wild that the New York Post picked it up, but I honestly think that they could have done a better job with fleshing this out. They could have talked about some of the men that are leading the charge, their voices or whatnot. But one of the things that I want to remind us all, Cinco de Mayo is coming up, the anniversary of Kitten Hill's kicking.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what else she said. But what do you guys think? Women have looked down at what they offer men. They are off. Women dehumanize it. Women dehumanize us. Women are mostly looked. I agree. I agree, Wayne. I agree. What do you guys think?